Simon didn't see any letters. What? Don't scare Pom-Pom like that! Why are there always strange things sneaking onto it? What does the letter say? It looks like an invitation. Who could have sent it?
I highly doubt Dan Hong's enemy would send an invitation letter.
Why don't you show Dan Hong the letter? You know where to find. It was you! Hey! The conductor. I don't want to give the up. Now that I think anyway.
What is it? There's no signature. And it doesn't... Unfortunately, I'm going to disappoint you. The handwriting does seem like that of a sword master. But blade, it's an invitation, all right. But this... Let me hold it. Just as I thought. There was more than met the eye. But if he didn't send the letter... Maybe I shouldn't.
After all this time away from Alafu, the seat... Relax. You needn't be so cautious, young man. However, I never thought Jing Yuan would send you to accompany me.
Huh?
I've got my work cut out for me today. Well, if it isn't done...
Greetings. I need to speak to the general about something.
Looking for compensation for the injuries I gave you? I accept full...
The Cloud Knights would...
You came at a bad time.
No.
You don't remember? That is Jingyu. According to records of wars past. However, those are ancients with her powers. You'd think her surrender came with one condition. Before he left, he ordered...
Imbibiter Lunae, since you traveled all this way... Or should I call you by your name in the... When I left the Cienjo, I heard they took away your scales, and I thought Imbibitor Lunae.
The life of Imbibitor Lunae ended. I stand before you.
I understand. The sins of a past life should be forgiven after rebirth. If my guess is correct, the preceptors were unwilling to allow the Ichor line to end.
You're not here to reminisce on old times.
You didn't hear? That Vidyadhara girl explained it. I returned to the Luofu. I did, however... Jing...
So, you're the one.
The sea's depths conceal no stone, and dragons' breaths reveal the moon. The scenery of Scale Gorge Waterscape is truly as magnificent as the... But as a suspect, shouldn't I be bound and interrogated in the shackling prison? Is it really appropriate to bring me to a place like this, General?
Holding you in the shackling prison would be more trouble than it's worth. For security purposes, we will be...
For security purposes? I suppose it's not my security you're talking about.
The Stellaron's descent, the Ambrosial Arbor's resurrection, the Destruction Emanator's impersonation of the Amicassator. According to the Skyfaring Commission's investigations, you arrived on the Luofu with a group of merchants. You took advantage of the chaos to sneak into the shackling prison, but seemingly took no... Your behavior truly is puzzling.
I was asked to deliver a token in my capacity as a traveling merchant. I knew nothing of its significance. I admit I did have my own agenda, for it is through fear of punishment that I am choosing to surrender. The galaxy is a vast place, but I am merely a wanderer.
Merely a wanderer? You're too modest, Locha. Do I need to remind you of your actions at the... Or must I utter that tongue twist? You flatter me. Fortunately, I did my research.
Seeing that you sense something is amiss, are you looking to defend me and clear my name of suspicion?
That is beyond my control. Attempting to undermine you. However, at present, you have the opportunity to enjoy the beautiful scenery of Scale Gorge Waterscape.
She told me that the High Cloud Quintet, the unparalleled sword techniques of your master, the mesmerizing cloud hymn magic of Imbibitor, the five of you vanquished evil from the world, creating legendary tales in your wake. You removed me from the shackling prison and decided to interrogate me here. But not for security purposes. You wish to discuss the one person you've avoided mentioning up to now. Your master, Jing Liu.
We can head out now. I would like to visit a few places from my memories, enjoy a glass of wine, and reminisce about the good times.
Have you mistaken yourself for a tourist?
I would make a wonderful tourist. Lower your guard, young man. I have already surrendered myself to the Alliance, and I will keep my word. Besides, your general has already agreed to my request. Imbibitor Lunae, you must accompany me. I won't take no for an answer. Regardless of whether you're still interested in your previous life, accepting my letter means that you've accepted my invitation.
Lead the way.
Where should we start? Should we go to Stargazer Navalia first, or to the Artisanship Commission? So many memories are swirling inside my head. I can't get a grasp on any of them. When the people of the Cienjo live to be more...
How hard is it to choose a destination? We're going to Stargazer Navalia. Problem solved.
The young are the antidote. Stargazer Navalia it is.
If it's star skiffs you wanted to see, we could have headed to the Jade Gate. Why did we come all the way here?
Young man, have you ever heard of Baihung, the Foxian pilot?
Baihung. I think I've seen that name somewhere.
The star skiff won't hold much longer. Hi, Elder.
Imbibiter Lunae, if memories are returning.
I think she was...
She was a comrade and friend to both Imbibiter. Well, that's all in the past now.
Huh? You mean the Foxian soul-soothing ceremony?
Yes, the sending off of a star skiff. It represents the voyage of the deceased into the stars. Due to circumstances beyond my control, I never had the chance to bid farewell to her. As for procuring a star skiff, I know they can be manufactured here, but I
see. Follow me. I don't know anything about manufacturing star skiffs either. But getting these machines to work shouldn't be too hard. Careful. There's still Stellaron spirits lurking.
Lend me your strength. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack. Lend me your strength. Troublesome. Lend me your strength. To guard and defend. Crush them.
Mirror flame. Blade of
moon. Lend me your strength.
We've arrived. All ship production in Stargazer Navalia starts here. Just enter the command into the... I remember now. I've seen Bai Hung's name in books before.
You like to read?
Hey, I don't read much, but the General forced me to finish a bunch of ancient volumes during my...
That's right. Bai Hung was the one who wrote that travelogue.
It was actually really interesting. 90% of it was about starskiff crashes on different worlds and dangerous situations. It also had records of local species and ecosystems. I remember thinking, how could an ace pilot crash land her starskiff so many times? Then I realized that every time, she made the best of the situation and got back alive. Her luck really was out of this world.
Indeed. Her luck always astonished us. Whenever she piloted a mission, you could almost guarantee a narrow escape from the jaws of some abundance behemoth, or a miraculous... Very few star skiffs she piloted were able to return to port in one piece. The folks at the Skyfaring Commission secretly referred to her as the Star Skiff Killer. She also possessed an uncanny ability to predict. However, luck is a...
Ha! That'll do it. The Starskiff assembly line has been activated. The Starskiff will take shape and enter the skyport. Let's go wait for it there. It won't be long.
Thank you, young man.
See, the Starskiff is complete.
After being away from the Luofu for so long, I can finally say farewell to you.
So, what happened to Bai Hung in the end?
In the end, I do not think the details are necessary. In Bibiter Limne, do you still remember the battle against Shuhu?
I can't...
Let me refresh. She charged ahead for the cloud. You couldn't accept. There is no need to respond in Bibiter. Bai Hung, I've brought your flagon. This was a gift handmade by him, though he never got the chance to give it to you in person. I'm sorry it took so long for me to find it. Only by bringing it to you will my nightmare... I will fulfill what... Let's go. The artisan... Since the Arbor's resurrection,
The crisis happened too suddenly. All the craftsmen and apprentices fled. Only a single master craftsman was left to hold the line until reinforcements arrived. That's how the creation furnace was saved.
Interesting. Stubborn beyond valuing his own...
What's that supposed to mean? What's wrong with...
And yet where were the Cloud Knights when danger was at the door? From what I heard, it was a group of Outworlders that came to the rescue.
The Luofu's delves are...
Young man, Why don't we continue our previous contact?
You just want me to do all the work. You think I'm gonna grant endless requests for a criminal?
You go on ahead this time. We'll meet up at the creation furnace.
Why did you send him away?
It is of no importance. But you and I haven't had a decent contest in ages.
I don't plan on fighting.
I'm not asking you to point your Even after your rebirth, your moves and techniques haven't changed one bit.
When I move, it's like
You never forgot.
Come on already. What's a...
Don't get anxious, Imbibitor Lunae. We have all the time in the world. The moon shines on the truth. This sphere still recognizes you as its master. Imbibitor Lunae. Do you know who crafted it for you?
it's been with me ever since my exile. I don't remember when I started wielding it.
Lend me your strength. Netmark activated. Time for good old counterattack.
Secret of the safe.
Try harder.
Repay.
Lend me your strength. To guard and defend. Crush them.
In lunar flame. You can continue to convince yourself that you are merely the reincarnation of Dan Feng and have nothing to do with his sins. And you can keep insisting that you have forgotten everything. But you cannot run from combat, Dan Heng. Your combat is like smelting. Purging the impurities with burning flames, and those are the words of the out of all of us.
I'd rather leave.
When he was but when I first, unfortunately, the Alliance would never.
You didn't go easy just so I would get here first, did you?
Of course not. Your technique must have improved so much that I simply couldn't keep.
So,
Eavesdropping is a bad habit. Besides, when did I ever say he was no longer in this world?
even the cryocapsules wouldn't be able to extend the life expectancy of a short life species for long.
He transformed.
Correct. Such a Some people are born with unparalleled foresight, and as smart as he was, he made the foolish attempt. His stupidity turned him into a monster, cursed with immortality.
For an old friend, you don't seem to have that much pity.
I gave him a second chance. Does that not count? He should have been eternally jailed in the shackling prison for his crimes. But I gave him a different kind of freedom. I took the shell that once held his soul and passed my sword techniques on to him. We've idled too long. Let's head to the Alchemy Commission.
As a follower of the Rainbow Arbiter, you have witnessed the catastrophe brought upon by the plague's author, General. Living beings turning into What do you think should be done to put an end to it?
The Alliance follows the Rainbow Arbiter's edict to continue ridding the world.
Under the auspices of the Rainbow Arbiter, the faithful Cloud Knights continue the hunt. Their devotion. Take me, for example. My powers originate from the Abundance, yet my goals are aligned with the Alliance. The Hunt is not the only faction in the universe that wants Yaoshi. It is natural for short-life species to yearn for immortality. That is expected of any intelligent life form. So, your master happened upon a revelation and returned from the Mara. She has traveled many worlds. I apologize.
As I expected. Your surrender is just the next step in your scheme. You wish to avail yourself, and...
General.
Splendid, well done. This was a spectacular move.
You've changed. The man I knew would never have admitted.
Order's already been restored.
I heard the healer lady is capable of curing all diseases. I'm here for the same reason anyone would be. Patience, young man.
Dunhung!
Miss Bailu.
Oh, I see!
My eyes are fine. I cover them to avoid seeing that which reminds me.
Fuck! Your hand! It's free! Please wait. Your friend here has a very peculiar... Her pulse is extremely faint. Normally, this...
She...
Let the healer make the your friend's situation is unique. She...
Today's her last...
What a shame. Come with me. I'm sorry. Ever since Dunhung, you might...
Are you in trouble, Dragon?
No.
It's no bother. A little walk will do me good.
I can smell the herbs. It's a Hey!
Allow me to eliminate.
Lend me your strength.
So this is why your hands are so cold! This isn't something normal flesh could withstand!
Receive divinity. The dead return!
Netmark activate! Time for a good old counterattack!
Lunar flame.
Lend me your strength. To guard and defend. Crush them. Lend me your strength. Ready for another? Lend me your strength.
All right, let me make sure nothing's missing. Excellent. The calming valerian and chi strengthening infusions are here. Apologies again for the delay. This prescription won't cure you, but it will nourish your body and calm your mind.
Very well.
Your mark? You don't seem to have any of that.
I made a deal that allowed me to retain what life I had left, and yet,
I see.
really, how unfortunate. My hatred overshadows my other emotions. I chose to hold all I have left. Thank you for your advice, Dragon Lady. Meeting you has provided more. By the way, among those you've treated in recent days, did you notice a person in bandages?
Bandages? That's a vague description.
The person I'm...
He must have some...
He's probably looking for a different kind of medicine. Well then, it would seem that everything is in place. Let's go meet our old friend. Take this man away. This does not involve him.
Yanqing,